For this week's YouTube channel review, we're going to focus on two things. Number one, how stating what you believe can have an impact on your channel. And then also, number two, take a good look at titles because those are really, really important for any YouTube channel that's coming up. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer, and on Thursdays we are experimenting with this new feature, this new series that I'm calling YouTube channel reviews very creatively, where we take a YouTube channel that has 1,000 YouTube subscribers or less, and that also has a really powerful meaning, a message that they are spreading that could potentially change the world, change people's lives, and I'm just reviewing them for free. They don't even know that this is happening in order to help them know how to better grow their channel, and then in turn for you guys to take that the tips I'm sharing, the advice and everything, and be able to implement them on your own channel as well. Today we're looking at this channel right here from Tom Mills, and it is a channel all about going green. In fact, it's called The Value Prop. This is really good, something you guys should do. We talked a little bit about last week's channel review. See green, be green, and save green. And then he has his website over here, greenshortswithaz.com. And so immediately I come to this channel and I know this is about going green. I can see green, I can be green, and save a little green. I love it. It's great, catchy, communicates very well what this channel is all about. It's not really a channel trailer, it's a big announcement, but he could update that. But let me show you guys one thing that he does pretty much at the end of every video. He delivers his value, delivers his content, and then at the end, he does, maybe you'll pick up that I do this here at Video Creators as well, but let me give you a snippet of what he does.
At Green Shorts, we tell these stories because we believe that we all have to work together toward a greener future. Our mission is to help you see green so you can be green and save a little green. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video to help spread the message. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe for new videos every Thursday and Saturday.
I think it is great to include that at the end of all your videos to give people an idea of this is what I believe, this is why I'm doing it, and this is why I believe it matters for me and for you. That is what, like, the guy of this book, Primal Branding, his name Patrick Hanlon, he talks about it in here, and it's called like having a creed, something that you say you believe in, and that is makes it way easier for people who believe that with you to become a part of your community and to really gravitate towards your brand and your content. And I'll link to this book in the description below if you want to go check it out. I found myself listening to Tom on his videos here, and I am not really a green, intentionally like conscientious person, but every time I would watch a video and I get to I believe that, and then I felt myself like starting to believe that a little bit more with him. Like I don't really have a belief, and he was kind of shaping that for me, and I felt like, man, I could really get into this channel now because I'm starting to believe this with him, and thus I start caring more about what he's talking about. Same, like, I don't know if you noticed, I do that here at Video Creators. In every video I say I do this because I believe a lot of you guys have messages that need to spread and things that people need to hear, and I talk about this all being about spreading a message that reaches people and changes their lives. And so a lot of you guys, I know you don't believe that with me, but hopefully over time as I continue to talk and you guys continue to hear it, hopefully you start then to believe that with me, and that becomes your motivation for what you're doing here. So really good stuff. Go check out Tom's channel. Again, it's linked up below, but you can go check it out. Let's talk a little bit about titles here. So let me go to his videos. And, you know, he has 250 subscribers, and he's getting, you know, 60 whatever views per video right now. Let's talk about one thing you guys can do is you go to most popular videos and see what's proving to be the most effective on the channel as far as what people are consuming and want to watch. And so when I do that, I come here and I see a lot of how-to content, you know, how to find, how to, how to. This one's a little bit of an anomaly, and so is this one, but how to, a lot of how-to stuff all throughout here, how to. And so I think that Tom really needs to focus a lot on how-to content. Now he does a little bit of it already. If we just go to his, you know, how to repurpose, how to keep, how to pick up. So he is doing that. But one thing about titles though is that they really need to pitch like the value of the content to the viewer. And so like, for example, this one right here, river cleanup with Chattahoochee Riverkeeper. There's only one word in there that I know what that means, and that's a river. You know, so river cleanup, okay, you know what that is. I don't know that Chattahoochee thing. I don't know Riverkeeper. So this, to me, like maybe someone local, this would be valuable content to them, but this channel isn't targeting just local people to where he lives in Georgia. This is actually targeting a lot more people. So a better title for that video might be something like how river trash affects the water in your home. Okay, now he could use the Chattahoochee River as an example for that, and talk and still tell that story, but he has to open the video and title it and position it in a way that I know as someone who's subscribed or sees it in search or related videos, this is why this video matters to me, and this is the reward, the value you're going to get when I click it to watch. So let me give you a few other examples here, just like, where is it? One of these, or he went to Africa and charged his cell phone right here. This could be a better thumbnail, you know, focus more on the iPhone, things like that. We talked more about that in last week's review, which I'll link up down below. But how I charge my iPhone in Africa, the better title for that might be how to charge an iPhone without a plug, right? And that's way more searchable, and it could still be the same exact content, repositioned a little bit, but pitches more value, right? Where's the other one about a drain that I thought drain dripping was really good? Right here, how much does a drip cost? And he could focus again on the thumbnail. Same thing with like we talked about last week. I'm not reiterate too much, but you don't need to reiterate the same text in the title in the thumbnail. There's no reason to do that, but get a really good close-up of this drain because it's really hard to see what it is. And then maybe instead title it how to save $118 on your water bill. That's far more enticing. That pitches more value than asking the question, how much does a drain drip cost, right? Or the one about broken concrete, how to repurpose broken concrete. Like how many people are looking for, how do I repurpose broken concrete? Probably not a whole lot. But if you watch this video, what he actually does with it and his landscaping is amazing. He took an old broken driveway and repurposed it. It looks great. So I was thinking like how to decorate your landscaping with broken concrete. I feel like that's a much more enticing and pitches more value than how to repurpose broken concrete. So you guys can go back, and Tom can do, if you have old content that you feel like it should be performing better, you can totally go back and update some of the titles and to make them work better for getting views and traffic that you think that video deserves. The only other thing when you do this though is you got to have to start the video knowing in your head what the value of this video is for your viewers, so that you can open up the video talking about that value and making a really strong hook, so that when people click to watch to get value, you affirm for them right away that yes, you're going to get that value from this video. The only other thing I'll say about titles, this is something that I see a lot of people doing on YouTube, is they put, like he is here, green shorts at the end of his title, or in this case it's 20-second green. That's the one of the series that he does is 26-second tips. And I don't really think that that's necessary. I don't know that that really communicates much value. No one's really searching for his green shorts brand at this point, probably, most likely. And so that doesn't really need to be in there, and it'll just truncate the title artificially at a lot of places. So I think that you could safely drop that and there wouldn't be anything lost, and there might be more gain because the title is a little bit more readable. It's more shorter, more punchier, things like that. So I would probably drop that. And I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. What other suggestions and advice would you have for Tom's channel here? There's a link to it in the description. You can go check it out, or a card will pop up. You can click it and go check out his channel, and then leave feedback here on this video for him. Tom will see it, I'm sure, and you will give him lots of great, valuable feedback for him to really help spread a positive message, a great message of going green, protecting the earth, not overutilizing our resources, and saving you guys money in the process. Like, I think that's awesome. So go check it out. And if this is your first time here, I would love to have you subscribe, because, and see, this is when I do what Tom does, is I believe that a lot of you guys, I don't say all of you because there are some of you who don't, and I bumped into some of you, I'm like, that's actually a message I don't want to spread, you know, that actually abuses women, or that is actually really degrading, or whatever. So not all of them are good. But I believe, so I say I believe that a lot of you guys have messages that need to spread and lives that need to be changed as a result of what you are doing. And so I want to help you guys grow your YouTube audiences and your channels so that the message you're spreading can spread, reach people, and hopefully their lives can be changed as a result. So subscribe for more of that. Thanks for hanging out with us here, and I will see you guys in next week for another YouTube channel review. See you then. Bye.